ikaw, ngayong final na sa Supreme Court, obviously, we can only speculate kung anong gagawin ng Supreme Court dito. But,
So right now, there's still no TRO issue.
Wala pa. Diba?
But the Supreme Court, I think, could have in the space of time. So, VP Sara filed
next week pa, di ba?
2:30 p.m. No, I mean, ang point ko is kahapon, 2:30 p.m., final ni Sara. Ang ginawa ng Supreme Court ngayon, nag-issue ng order taking note, parang noted daw, si Torion at Bondoc petition. And in that space, if they so wanted, di ba?
Yeah.
Prof. Sec, if they really wanted, they could have said TRO din ngayon.
Yes.
So,
normal yan eh.
So it
Mabilis
means they might not be as minded to issue a TRO.
Pero why do you think na napilitan si VP Sara to file a second petition given na meron ng Torion last
Baka ma-dismiss.
Holy Week?
Baka ma-dismiss si Torion Bondoc kasi wala naman silang standing.
No.
Last year, pinagbigyan sila or baka na-embolden si Torion at si Bondoc to file kasi last year, lumusot yung petition nila.
Wait, this is Bondoc, the Jimmy Bondoc, your partner in...
Yes. Hello, Attorney Jimmy Bondoc. Salute! Good job. Sige, file mo lang yung impeachment.
Meron siyang sa reels na 100-something days na ng presidente na si Sara.
Yeah.
Diyos ko.
Yung 800 something days.
Diyos ko.
Nakita ko yun.
Boto muna tayo.
Okay, so feeling mo, tingin nila, may chance na i-dismiss yun dahil sa standing.
They recognize, may si Torion and Bondoc, they filed it because they thought they have a chance of being recognized by the Supreme Court.
Tulad ng ginawa last
Nakalusot sila last year. So ito naman company VP Sara, do we really need to file? And nag-file na sila. Kaso nga, ito lumabas yung mga subsequent orders, nag-confirm yung Manila RTC, na-attend si Madriaga, nag-confirm si Ombudsman Boying Rimulya. So may urgency ngayon. So to solve the standing of the two,
From a very purely numbers game, former President Duterte appointed 12 of the 15 justices. So don't you think it's a home court advantage for them if they file a case? And it's been proven already, the first impeachment case was dismissed because it was upheld by the Supreme Court. So from a purely numbers, nothing substantive, and based on past precedent, would you think it's a numbers game?
Diba the Supreme Court always rules on the merits ng each individual?
Everybody says that. No? I mean, everybody says that.
Basta ganito, the Supreme Court is not the Duterte Court. Don't call it the Duterte Court. Never call it the Duterte Court.
You never call it a court. It's always the Chief Justice naman you call it the Chief Justice's Court, di ba? So it's never the President's Court. But in fairness, basically, let's go down. Don't you think they have a home court advantage for the simple reason that 12 of the 15 justices were appointed by President Duterte?
I mean, if you're asking me, Sek, I don't want to talk about the the Supreme Court right now. I'll just discuss to you in parallel or as an analogy, paborito ni Bong Suntay, na sa US Supreme Court, more or less it follows. If Trump appointed you, you vote for Republican policies. If Obama appointed you, you vote for Democratic policies.
Which is the same thing as saying...
But there are
exceptions. But the general rule. Yeah. So I'm saying general rule. And then napupuntahan ko na lang, imbes na itong Supreme Court, let's go to the Arroyo Court. Because the Arroyo Court is ripe naman for discussion, di ba? Nung Arroyo Court, I think it was fair enough for most people to say that in specific cases involving Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, most, if not all, of Supreme Court rulings no Arroyo Court were favorable to GMA. And by the way, Justice Leonen said this when he was my dean in UP College of Law. So it's not my opinion, but when I was a student in 2010 to 2014, professor ko si Justice Leonen in Constitutional Law at isa sa mga legal political awakenings ko ang INRE, UP Law Faculty, tsaka Vinoya versus Executive Secretary. So kung ano man sinasabi ko ngayon, thank you, Justice Leonen.
But in the most one of the most important landmark cases under the Supreme Court during the time of President Arroyo was the People's Initiative, where Artemo Panganiban
8-7
really decided to just go against his appointee. But however, in the case of the midnight appointment of Chief Justice Corona, Puno, who wasn't an appointee of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, sided with Chief Justice Corona.
And the plunder case ni GMA. So, I agree with you, Sek, na before maybe 2008-2009, mas judicially active pa ang Supreme Court and mas independent.
You're saying that this court is not judicially
No!
active?
No! I'm saying 2009 to 2013.
No, how about now?
Sek.
How about now?
Hindi nga, I'm just giving you an analogy because this is a historical lesson taught to me by the great Dean Leonen when he was still a dean. Siya nagkwento nito sa akin.
Who Barry recommended as a justice of the Supreme Court.
Oh,
Bakit parang ako na ngayon, ha? But I was not in a position to recommend anyone to the Supreme Court na panahon na yun.
oh, kasi mag-apply yan si Dean Leonen as Chief Justice.
What are his chances?
Siya naman ang senior, eh, di ba?
Mag-retire kasi si CJ.
What are his chances?
Senior.
What did your Tweety Bird say?
I don't think BBM will appoint him. I don't think BBM will appoint him. And I will lobby BBM not to appoint him.
Although ang tingin ko, contextual difference between the case na final nila VP Sara now compared sa last year. This comes in the aftermath of a very controversial decision by the Supreme Court on the first impeachment that was so heavily criticized ng madaming mga former justices, academics, legal scholars, etc.
Legal luminaries. Hindi mga lowest rank lawyers.
Exactly. So,
But I think also...
So, ang point, baka medyo iba ng konti yung environment in which they are making this decision.
Kasi my thinking also as a constitutional law professor, it's already, the impeachment proceedings already going on. So they are within their full constitutional powers to decide what kind of evidence is to receive. So if you just insert yourself, that's another violation of the use of certiorari.
But what's worrisome kasi, Sec, is yung VP Sara petition are using textually anchored grounds. Like the 1-year ban rule. Wala yon sa Torion Bondoc petition. May 1-year ban argument si VP Sara. Meron ding...
On this second petition?
Sa kanyang petition.
Why?
Yung sa sarili niyang petition. Meron din siya yung plenary, yung referral to plenary and referral to the Committee on Justice. Meron siyang ganong argument. Wala yun sa Torion Bondoc petition. With all due respect, Attorney Jimmy, si Torion Bondoc kasi medyo airy-fairy Double standards, minute trial.
So what if it's textually anchored?
Mas merong solid basis that they can rely on if they are inclined to say na unconstitutional yung process.
Yes, there's a way out.
They can anchor it on 1-year bar.
For the Supreme Court to say, we're still neutral, we're still apolitical.
How does the 1-year bar rule apply?
Sinasabi nila that the first 2 complaints bar
Again?
Nabasa mo ba? Nabasa
ko.
Okay.
So again, yan ang claim nila again.
Yeah.
Pero madaling sagutin ng House
Pero medyo, they were, parang hindi yata to as parang on force with the first.
Pero yung una rin naman, medyo parang
Hindi, pero...
Hindi naman nasip sobrang lakas ng kaso.
Pero yung kay Martin naman talaga, that's pretty dubious yung ginawa yan. Tagal-tagal talaga So, but this one talaga medyo tuloy
And I think the Supreme Court should exercise judicial restraint in light of, itong argument ko, why they should not intervene. Kasi the House, in good faith, is now following the Supreme Court ruling.
Yes, exactly.
Last year, ang sinabi ng Supreme Court, walang operative fact because in bad faith ang House. I don't think, with all due respect to the Supreme Court, they can see that again now. Kasi talagang good faith ang House ngayon. Kung ano yung letter ng Supreme Court decision, yung sinusunod nila.
At saka ito nga, dumaan na nga sa committee level to afford the respondent every opportunity.
And by the way, they never questioned the 19th House rules on impeachment, which was turned over to, they're using the same House rules on the 19th Congress, which is now the 20th Congress.
Pero yun nga, ako, ang lumalabas siya talaga dito, take 2 So nagiging malinaw na si VP Sara is really doing everything to avoid facing any impeachment. Yun yung punto din.
And the reason for that politically, unlike last year na inantay pa niya sa Senate, is because she knows the Senate is not friendly now. The leadership is not friendly. So, magpo-forthwith yan kung madala sa Senate.
So, si Chief
sa House pa lang,
sa kanya?
Oo, of course. Of course.
There's a saying in the States, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. So talagang tama ka. Pag gawin nila ulit yan, pare, nakakahiya na kayo yung Supreme Court.
And ang problem pa for the Supreme Court, again, with all due respect to them, they might be forcing a constitutional crisis where their own institutional credibility will be suffering because, and I'm not advocating for this, because I think the House can ignore a TRO if push comes to shove.
And they will say na the Constitution vests in us.
That's the same question I asked Congressman Keith Flores when he appeared in the Spoke. Sabi ko, are you going to allow yourself to just whimper and submit to the decision if there's a second decision by the Supreme Court to declare these proceedings unconstitutional? Sabi niya, hindi, third term na ako eh. I mean, iwas po sa'yo. But really, that's a question of, are you going to submit yourself and say, not complain about judicial overreach because it's a Supreme Court?
I agree
and by the way, you're a co-equal branch.
I agree with you. There is definitely the danger ngayon that we enter into a constitutional crisis if the Supreme Court decides to once again stop yung proceeding.
And you can't...
Kasi last year, meron ng mga ganyang calls eh. Feel na, di ba, from some quarters...
Tito Soto was quite explicit about it.
After yung ano eh. And a take two na obviously happens in the context that the House is bending over backwards na sundin yung desisyon na ginawa nyo last year para afford yung respondent every opportunity required by due process. Parang feeling ko, baka magiging mas matunog na yung...
I'm curious lang, sino gumawa nung petition?
The
Sila
POA,
Fortune?
Sheila Season, Fortune Group.
The Fortune Group.
Yung kanyang 16 lawyers.
With POA and Sheila Season. Hindi ata, ewan ko Nervasa Fortune ba si Sheila Season?
I don't
Hindi
know.
ko din alam.
Because Sheila Season, I think, is one of the leaders of the team. But just to go back, in terms of reality and academically, policy-wise, the credibility and the effectiveness of the Supreme Court relies on its ability to enforce its rulings and the people to comply with its rulings. So, non-ideally, conversely kay Senator Bam, non-ideally, in reality, anong gagawin ng Supreme Court? Ipapadala yung sheriff niya sa batasan?
Historically naman talaga.
Wala! Kapag nandun na si Ombudsman, Boying Remulla, at nandun na si Madriaga, maghihiring yung House.
Yeah.
So, mapapahiya yung Supreme Court if hindi siya susundin.
Yeah.
And
I'm not advocating for that.
No, but
that's a reality.
Ako, constitutional law professor ako, I agree that there was judicial overreach, and I certainly will not agree to another instance of judicial overreach. And that's why I was telling that congressman, what are you going to do? I mean, you're a co-equal branch. Just because he says that's the law, I understand. Pero
He might not want to reveal his cards. My sense is this House is more willing. That's why I'm cautioning.
wait, sorry. The House is more willing to defy?
Yes. To call the game of chicken.
I wouldn't call it defy. The House is more willing to proceed, di ba? With their constitutional mandate.
What he said. And I'm not promoting defiance. I'm saying the reality is.
Agree ako.
So kung may nakikinig mag-justice
Why
dito.
you worried? We have Second Amendment rights.
Hindi.
First Amendment rights.
Hindi. Nag-file ng contempt last year yung mga iba eh.
Sino?
Madaming baliw eh. Diba? Kinasuhan ng contempt sina Hidarian, sina Percy Sendanya. Si Kong Percy nga ang tapang eh. 'Di ba? Ang Sara Duterte nagipit. Si Percy Sendanya to sa Supreme Court kumakapit. Baka magkaroon na naman siya ng bagong contempt case. Sabi ni Congresswoman Laila de Lima, Sarah's Court. But hindi niya sinabi yun. Sabi lang niya, yun daw yung iniisip ni Sarah. So baka may mag-file na naman ng contempt.
But those are political realities that you have to factor in when you try to analyze the Gesmundo Court.
Yeah.
Di ba? So it's those are valid reasons to come to a decision one way or another.
And I think last year, Sec, they knew the political reality was ang leadership pa was cheese.
Yeah.
So if they issued that decision voiding the impeachment proceedings, they know that Senator Cheese as Senate President will comply.
Hindi ka mukha ni Tito Sen na medyo maanghang ang naging statement after the Supreme Court decision came out.
There is a danger nga talaga because
The danger of a constitutional crisis, I think, is very real. So I think what Attorney Barry said, the House will proceed.
there will always be people within the justices within the court that will take caution and say what we want to do is to stop them from violating.
Historically, the Supreme Court has been very reluctant to insert itself in impeachment conversations.
Right.
May mga bagay na, nung si Chief Justice Davide, which is the first time na nagkaroon ng ganyang
Ruling.
they confine themselves to yung purely procedural.
Which is the Francisco case.
Hindi nila pinasok yung usapin ng merits, yung definition ng impeachable offense, etc. Confined lang sa 1-year bar rule. Kaya lumabas yung Francisco. Subsequent cases, Mercedes Gutierrez, for example. Nag-argue ako dyan sa oral arguments for the petitioners na nag-file. The Supreme Court din, ang sense ko doon during the oral arguments, they didn't want to enter or to make any ruling on yung what constitutes an impeachable offense. Very, very careful sila na we're just here to rule on yung procedure. But we're not gonna touch yung ano. Kaya nga ako nung nabasa ko yung Turion yun yung pumapasok talaga sa
Di ba may
question yung discretion tsaka yung determination
Di ba
of what is impeachable or not.
You cited a previous decision by Justice Leonen on judicial overreach. He was remonstrating against judicial overreach, but now he's doing it. Di ba? Parang I remember you cited
This was the ruling in the Macapagal Arroyo plunder case na redefine ng Supreme Court ang
Plunder law.
elements ng plunder.
To have a main
May dissenting
plunderer.
opinion si Justice Leonen. At sinabi niya doon, the court should not engage in judicial legislation. Sinabi pa niya na doon na if the court is going to change the rules, we should give the prosecution the opportunity to comply with yung new rules. Hindi yung didismissa lang natin. Hindi naman nila alam yan, which is kind of ironic given yung...
It does apply. The dissent does apply in the...
Well, the old Leonen is gone. The old Leonen is
old Leonen that I recommended.
So inaako mo na ikaw ang nag-recommend.
No, because we should remember, again, with all due respect to the Supreme Court, they are justices, but they're human beings. So they're not perfect. And the reason why Supreme Court justices are credible or they are believed is when they are read, they must be credible and logical and believable. Yung strength of their decision is what gives them the force of law. So yung decision ni Justice Leonen last year was very, very poor. Kaya he had to gaslight us. With all due respect to Justice Leonen, hindi niya pinansin yung mga criticisms na may fake news or fake citation of an article.
Well, binago na lang nila yung basis
Binago
for
na
that.
lang nila yung basis
Ginawa
without
nilang on the determination
any
of what
explanation
the session
whatsoever. Biglang naging session days.
They are the gods of Padre Faro, so they cannot commit any error.
Kaya kanina sasabi ko na that's also part of yung change in circumstances. Kasi grabe yung naging doon eh.
Well, sorry, I have to say, the Supreme Court can make an error, pero they are supreme in their error. When they make an error, they judicialize it forever in jurisprudence until it's overturned.
The error is not in their perspective.
Nabantayan mo ba yung naging forum sa UP with sila Justice Carpio?
Hindi na ako umaten kasi nandun yata dumating ba doon si Justice Leonen? Hindi ba?
Hindi, wala.
Okay.
Grabe yun.
Ay, sa impeachment, yes.
Grabe yun.
Okay.
Inupakan siya?
Well, hindi naman siya. Pero
Decision.
the decision was really dismantled. It was taken apart.
There's no
Piece by
leg.
piece.
There's no leg to stand on talaga. Kasi si Justice Leonen, ang concern ko sa kanya, siya nagturo sa akin noon, Ruby versus Provincial Board of Mindoro,
tagal
People
na nun.
versus Kayat.
Justice Malcolm pa yan,
No, I mentioned these cases because these are cases of constitutionality where there were discriminated people.
Yes.
And whose rights to dignity were violated. And he was already a
Namangyans.
hypocrite when it came to my case. Because that is exactly
Siya ang
me.
ponente?
When I filed my same-sex marriage case, siya ang ponente siya noon sa same-sex marriage ko. Ang nagturo sa akin na mali itong mga desisyon noon ng mga bigoted justices noon because they are product of their times, is the same justice who dismissed me and said, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have standing.
What?
Yes. Siya nagsulat nun. So, I mean, I have to bring it out na kasi relevant eh. Diba? Yung mga tinuturo niya noon, binabali niya. So, that's why many people are disappointed with him.
That's a restriction of civil liberties. To say that you cannot just because you're gay? I can't believe that.
Kasi,
By the way, the problem in the
wala daw
Philippines...
direct injury, sir. Walang direct injury.
The problem in the Philippines, unlike the US justices, you can see the consistency of their conservative or liberal philosophies eh. Dito wala, there's no such thing as a liberal or a conservative philosophy eh.
Walang school of
So bakit sinasabi mo, even if you disagree with Scalia, this is consistent.
So it's very...
At least!
So you end up thinking, was this a transactional decision? Diba? What are the... That's what when I read...
We can, diba, that we can speculate on that. Pero sa dulo kasi,
No. The concern here is Justice Leonen, this is written by Dean Tony Lavinia. His decision daw might be coming from a personal experience that he was subjected to
to impeachment.
a quote-unquote harassment impeachment case. Okay? Eh, ang concern ko din naman for Dean Tony Lavinia and for Justice Leonen, precisely the fact that you are impeachable means may conflict of interest. Na yung ginagawa nyong stricter quote-unquote mas mahirap mag-impeach is beneficial to them.
Which is actually
Ang hirap tuloy mag-impeach.
Which is actually
even justices.
Which is actually a perspective na lumabas na in as early as the Francisco decision. There were a number of amicus curiae na ang posisyon, the Supreme Court should not rule on this precisely because of yung point na sinasabi mo. You're ruling on your own interest eh. You're setting down a rule that will govern something that might affect you.
It's the same thing as, remember si Ombudsman Samuel Martires, who was very particular in protecting the rights of the privacy of government officials.
Yung rules niya on salin.
Yes, you're not supposed to do that. Transparency.
At yung sarili niyang salin, tinago niya as ombudsman.
So,
diba? I think pag magka-charter change, baka magkaroon ng movement na sabihin impeachment is beyond the scope of judicial review.
Ako actually, tingin ko, kung charter change, yung expanded judicial review, palagay ko, babawiin na yan. A lot of people are already rethinking the wisdom of actually giving so much. And this is way before yung impeachment case, to be fair. As early as Garcia versus BOI, di ba? Lumabas na yan, di ba? Na the Supreme Court ruling on economic issues. Di ba? Yung
nakikialam.
Garcia versus BOI tungkol sa paglilipat ng pabrika yun eh.
Yung yung planta.
Foreign investor eh.
Yung planta yun ng Gokongwei, di ba?
Yan. So, Manila Hotel, di ba? Lahat siya, madami ng criticisms about that. So, and I think ito na lang yung
and matanda na ang Constitution. Matanda na ang Constitution. It's 40 years old. So, it's right.
But that doesn't matter.
Right.
All you have to do is just do amendments. I mean, the United States Constitution has been more than 200 years. So,
sana mahirap din mag-amend SEC.
No, but
ang hirap din mag-amend nito.
But exactly, that's a process where, unfortunately, you've got provisions which were originally thought to cure a defect is now being abused, which is the case of the expanded jurisdiction of certiorari.
Okay.